So here's another quick little shop update. I have the table saw cut down and moved around, and in the process of moving it around I figured I would try and figure out what the heck the vibration was caused from. And seeing my arbor sitting there on top of my table saw is probably not a good sign, because it turns out the bearings were, one bearing was completely shot. I could barely turn it with my hand. The other bearing seemed fine, but I ordered 2 new bearings and they're hopefully will be in the mail end of this week. So I also got some link belts to replace the old belts, and I got the planer moved over behind the table saw, behind the garbage can, because it's not something I use very often, and if I do need to use it, I don't use it in the shop anyways. I pull it out into the main garage, so I'll just have to lift the tarp and I can pull it out into the garage to use it. Next to it, my new mobile cart, which next video coming out is that. I'm in the process of editing it right now, and that's working out really well. It's got everything packed away underneath. And then my newest addition is the 6x48 sander. Right now I've got it laying down. I have to build a metal fence for it back in the back, because the one that came with it, for some reason, it was like here, so I didn't really understand the reason for it being so far up, so I just had to make a new one. Radial arm saw is, I think, the only thing. The radial arm saw and that workbench are the only things that haven't been moved. Workbench is over here up against the tarp with my rolling tool cart underneath. Now that I have access to this side of the workbench again, I'm thinking I might reinstall the leg vise. I took it off a while ago because it wasn't working out very well, mostly because I was using a 2x12 for the chops and it was flexing too much. So I think I'm going to get some decent wood, rebuild it, and reattach it. Tucking down over here is my Craptacular 2x72 belt sander and my miter saw that I rarely ever use, and then my clamps. My long clamps are slid in from this side now, and hidden behind here is my jointer. So I just need to pull the curtains out of the way and I can get to it, and I can joint most things that I need for. And one of the only things I have left to do is move my overhead tool caddy. It's still in the original location, so I have to take it down and attach it directly to the ceiling. And I have to move the air hose, which is of course totally attached to the ceiling, run behind everything. So I gotta redo that. So stay tuned. Next video should be out quite soon.